Welcome back, Code Websters, to another electrifying video. Today we're going to be setting up a user profile, and we're going to be actually doing a little new format where we only do a small video. This is different or contrast to our previous videos, which were much longer. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so first of all, we need a controller to actually display our profile. So what we're going to do is Rails G controller user A. User attributes, that's what I like to call it. You can call it whatever you want, user profile, but we're going to set this controller to do what we want the user to do. Okay guys, that's done. And now you should see several files which are shown here. You've created the user A controller, test controllers, you don't need to worry about that, and we've actually created a helper. So let's go to our user controller. And we're going to actually set our function here. So first up, what we need is we need to actually find the user. So we're going to go before action set user only show, and that basically only sets the user when we have that show function, and that show function will actually be displaying our profile. Next, go on down and type in def show, and that actually defines our show function. We don't need to write anything in there. Finally, go to your private, type in private, define set user, which is our actual function that's going to be called before show, and simply type in at user equals user dot find params, and that basically says, hey, this is the at user which you're going to be using in the show field. Okay, now that we have that, let's go on to our views. Go down to views, user A, and you should see nothing in there. That's because we didn't create any files. So we're going to go show.html.erb, and this has to be show, so it's associated to that function. And we're going to go ahead and create a simple profile. First things first, we need to actually create the notices. So we're going to go PID equals notice, and this is a Rails thing where it automatically shows any notice, or if I had a function, or if I wanted to go back to this page with a notice. Next, we're going to actually place our title. After that, we actually want to display the name. So what we're going to do is going to go div we're next going to show the actual books he's read. This counts the number of actual books. Finally, we're going to actually loop through all the books. So let's go to our actual book views and simply copy the loop here from tbody to tbody. Go back to our user show and type in here. But instead of at books, we're going to go at user.books.where read book is true. So this just checks where the books are true for all this user. Next, we're going to add a few titles. Finally, we want to go to our actual routes page. So let's go to config, routes, and just simply type in resources, user A. And this basically does the four main components of CRUD. So it creates, reads, updates, and deletes. So it's going to call our show function in here. We could just do get whatever name we wanted, and then go leader, or in our case, user A, hashtag show. But this is a faster way. Finally, let's just start up our server. Now we've got an error saying server is already running. However, we did close the server. So if you get this, just go into your task manager, type in R, that will bring down Ruby, end all the Ruby tasks. This is because you can't have two Ruby instances running at the same time. So let's go ahead and run our server. Now let's go on and go to localhost 3000, login. I've got a book here. I don't know what you will have there, but just tick a box. Go to leaderboard, and we don't see anything prompting us to actually see the profile. So let's go back to our actual leaderboard. Just below here, we're going to call a prompt. And just above here, we're going to add another header. Refresh your page, and you should see the action. Press See Profile, and now we have profile page, email, etc. Unfortunately, this isn't as clear as we hoped for. So let's go back to our user A show page. And the reason is because profile page does not stop there. So let's go /strong there. We've got our div there. That should fix all the random stuff. We should also delete this because we don't need this in our profile page. Delete the actions. Refresh the page. And now it's looking a bit better. So this shows the books she, he's is read. So if I add another book by going to local, new book, create the book. Let's say I've read that book, refresh the page, and we should see another instance. Unfortunately, that's not in a table format. So let's go back to our actual tbody section, type in table, refresh the page, and you should see a better format right now. So this says Code Webster has read 2 books, and the books he's read is that. Now, we need a way to get back to the leaderboard. So finally, let's go down here and add a link. Refresh the page, and that brings up to our leaderboard. Okay guys, so that's our short video today showing you how you can simply create a profile page under the leaderboard section of our app. Next week, we're going to actually set our read book section so we can check what current book someone is reading. And then after that week, we want to simply change the design of our whole app, and we'll be done with the book tracker project. All right, guys, see you next week.